Hey guys, Tara here bringing a 2v2 today. We are on Minsk Pocket. Playing for today's point in the south we have Rocket as the Brits, who is rolling with Royal Engineers, Vanguard and Mobile Assault. Teaming up with him is Crippling Depression as the Brits, who has Special Weapons, Mobile Assault and Royal Engineer. I think from what we've seen so far, you probably want to have Royal Artillery. You can load out these days, seems to be very popular against OKW trucks. Rankings. Rocket around rank 250, 300 I think. Random 2s with Brits and Crippling Depression around rank 600. Random 2s with Brits. In the north we have Norsk11 as else there, and he's straight away locked in Spearhead. Teaming up with him is Ty as OKW, who has Breakthrough, Luftwaffe Ground Forces and Firestorm. These guys range team haven't made their placement games quite yet, they're one game off. There are placement matches. One of them is about rank 200 and ones. Can't remember the other one.
Carrier ready to move off.
Get a little green carrier for a rocket. Not a bad idea if you're facing off against the Kubel, which he is going to be. You can check these things. Did cover some micro tips and tricks, but the base splat. You can't see this, but you can see the OKW base splat through the fog of war at the start of the match. So you can see, you know, the OKW play is probably going to be on the left hand side. So I'll make a green carrier if I'm on that side, and I won't if I'm on the Ulster side. You used to be able to see other things like where the Soviets could make tier 1 or tier 2. But they stopped that, but you can still see the base splats. So it comes in handy in team games if you want to tailor your build order slightly. Straight away going for a kitten here to try to counter that brain carrier. And very early fuel cache, that's trouble. He's gone for double machine guns as well, which have now been flanked by the Tommies. It's always trouble when you see like a player go for fuel cache this early in the game. Usually not a good idea.
The enemy is attempting to steal our sector.
Almost pocket as well. I mean, this is a very safe place to put a cache, so I mean that's not the problem. It's just you can get cut off quite easily. This is one of the more common harassment points since the map got revamped a while back. So the Allies have got off to a strong start in terms of map control. Looks like they're going to control double munitions and the central VP as well. Oh, this could be the end of the yep. Universal carrier takes a bit of machine gun fire. It's taken a bit of small arms before that. Raketin finishes the job, so nice work by Ty. Getting his Raketin in a nice position to take that down. Early tick and a sniper for Crippling Depression. He's following that up with a anti-tank gun. Probably still a little bit early for an anti-tank gun. Though he's going to be facing off against a half-track. Don't think the half-track has any bonuses against snipers though on its machine gun.
Anti-tank gun and crew now ready for action.
And remember, the 222 doesn't anymore as well, since they fixed its machine gun. Before they fixed the machine gun it did, but after they fixed it they actually gave it a slight nerf because it would just kill snipers in the blink of an eye. Used to be the case as well when the 221, when you had to upgrade it to the 222, used to be very good at chasing down snipers.
Enemy threatening a capture point.
Flame a half track for Norsk11, so perhaps that tank gun's actually going to come in handy here. And that's going to be the end of the half track. Oh, unless he misses the attack ground. No. Nice attack ground by Crippling Depression. So that half track was largely wasted. And probably caught off guard, like I would have been probably. Coming up against an anti-tank gun that early on. Sniper's very strong on Minsk pocket, historically. Still pretty good. Lots of, light cover through the middle, so they can camouflage quite easily. And it can be quite hard to flank them in twos. Ouch.
Machine gun crew awaiting orders.
Squad could go down there. Yeah, it does. And looks like his Kugel could go down as well. Just gets out of there in the time. We're seeing a mortar half track from Norsk11. Generally not a very good idea to go for the mortar half track. It costs yourself 40 fuel.
Our opponents are seizing a sector.
Looks like they may have changed it. I was wondering if they changed the auto fire rage to affect it as well. Looks like they did. I was thinking maybe that's a way to get around it. If its auto fire range is still getting the bonus of Vet 3, maybe it makes a little bit more sense, but it doesn't look like that's the case. So yeah, 40 fuel is generally too much, slows down your tick. Can be alright, I suppose if you're facing off against replacements, then we are going to see the mortar pit from rocket. Because the incendiary barrage on it does quite a lot of damage to emplacements. Problem though is that, it's also quite expensive, 45 munitions. You have to get reasonably close to use it. And generally you have to get probably like 2 or 3 of them on to kill the pit if they're using brace correctly. So yeah, can be strong in situations to get some placements, but oh no. Very poor preservation from Ty. But luckily they have got the fuel cache, so they have a bit more fuel to burn.
Reconnaissance flight ready at your disposal.
A little bit too late there, but if it was a little bit earlier, it probably would have resulted in the white. And yeah, mortar pit's very strong on this map as well. In a pretty good spot there. Should be able to contest the central VP, which is most important. Probably also this left-hand side munitions. And in a very safe position, very hard to push that. Seeing a mech truck going down for Ty. He's also gone for the battle group. And upgrade that with healing, so not sure exactly what his plan is. Haven't seen any light vehicles from the Allies yet, no AECs. But too late to go for the looks, 10 minutes. Probably maybe thinking about going for the walking Stuka at this stage. Already, you know, quite a lot of team weapons, a lot of machine guns, anti-tank guns, and of course the mortar pits to contest with. And, you know, getting starting your Stuka veterancy up early could come in handy. Well, we've got 2 mortar half-tracks for Norsk11. And I suppose that is probably one benefit of the mortar half-track as well. It gets the mortar pit, won't bleed manpower, and can reposition to safety a lot more quickly if it's getting fired upon by a mortar. Will take a lot of damage still from the mortar pits, but at least you'll have a higher chance of getting out of danger. Using the infantry awareness on the Kubel. Good to see. Push coming down the side though, getting shut down by the MG34. He's actually going to use the howitzers here. He's got both of them unlocked actually. This one's having to turn around before it fires though. There's going to be quite a few howitzer shells being dropped in for rocket. Two kills, 1 kill. Going alright. Trying to burn out that trench. Good idea. Wow.
Can have an additional infantryman.
Half track from Crippling Depression. But it looks like he's also upgraded weapon racks. So that's oh no, that's the Vickers. I thought that was the icon for the Bren for some reason. Nice. Oh, that could be a wipe. No, gets out of there in the nick of time. Good rifle grenade though. Those are the ones you want to hit when units are all clumped up in light cover like that.
A capture point is being overrun.
Well, the Axis have control of the centre. Got control of one munitions effective map. Pretty evenly split right now, so both teams are feeling alright about their position in the game. If you're going to make a pit, like not a pit, a cache, this is around the time of the game I'd expect to make a cache. If you're trying to squeeze, you know, a little bit extra fuel in before you get your first medium tank, this is usually around the time you have a bit of breathing room. You see all players flowing a bit of manpower. So this is generally when you can afford to squeeze in a cache around this timing, around 14 minutes. Sometimes, you know, if you have some kind of weird strat where you go for like super fast medium tanks, maybe it's us there, skipping tier 2. But that's not what we're seeing from Norsk, and of course he's spent all that extra fuel going for 2 mortar half tracks, which would slow down his medium tanks even further. Oh, that was the Bren icon, right? I wasn't just... So that's generally not advised. Going for the half track and also getting weapon upgrades. Bit of a waste of fuel. Okay, that is the Bren.
Our forward position has been destroyed.
Looks like double Brens as well.
Is ready for battle.
Bren and Vickers very similar in their stats. I think the Vickers is like ever so slightly better.
Centaur ACAC tank ready and waiting for orders.
Oh, Centaur. That is the walking Stuka from Thai. Hitting absolutely nothing. now what do we have to counter the Centaur? We've got one pack. Raketen got decrewed over here. It's going to be recovered, so that's good. Five-man upgrade. You want to get that if you're going for double LMGs. Try and reduce the chance that you'll drop them. And here's Centaur, gonna make short work of that Goebel, really short work. Force away these squads. We've got a pack nearby, so probably won't be able to do too much more. Pack setting up. Missing. There's a massive elevation change here. But connects on the second shot. I was reading, what was it? I was reading the COH2 Reddit the other day. There seems to be a bit of confusion between accuracy and scatter when reading stats.
Enemy forces are securing our territory.
So in that case, the pack connected on their second shot, which is like the accuracy times the target size, and that's a guaranteed hit, which is why it didn't collide with the train. However, if it wasn't a guaranteed hit, if the number didn't come good, it would then scatter, and then elevation would probably hit the ground. That's when the scatter number comes in handy. So you want a high accuracy and low scatter, the least chance of hitting units. Wow. Double mortar half tracks makes short work of their 6-pounder. It does have this squad nearby to perhaps recrew it with. It's got the half track up there to reinforce all these squads as well. It's actually got very little manpower right now. It's because he's basically fighting two armies by himself, and his ally is meanwhile just been building up a good old Sim City over there, doing pretty much nothing. So fighting a 2v1 will drain your manpower, especially if you're reinforcing with a half track. Looks like they're trying to kill the anti-tank gun. It's going for 2 Pumas this tie. Going very heavy into the light vehicles. And any of the tanks is going to be a long way off. Puma's not that good against Centaur either. As generally the Centaur's gun has trouble penetrating a medium tank, but has no trouble penetrating Puma's armor. See, this second mortar pit, I don't think it's contributed much this game. Bit of a waste of manpower. And a waste of army supply as well. He has gone for the Firefly. He's also following that up with the Centaur. So the Brits seem to like their Centaurs this game. Oh, that was a bit of walking super barrage. No, misses that shot with this Firefly. Shoots off the tulips, gets one of them connecting with the mortar half track. Boomer comes forward. The Firefly does have 200 damage. Can 2 hit the Puma's 400 health? One of the Pumas goes down there. But here comes Panzer IV, and no anti-tank gun anymore. That has been destroyed. Just have one squad of the anti-tank sections and the sniper, which can do a little bit to dissuade Panzer IV from pushing in here. In fact, he's probably low enough to take engine damage from that anti-tank grenade. Yeah, he is indeed. So So the Axis getting pushed right back. Trying to make inroads in the centre, but you know, then fighting 2 mortar pits and a centaur. That's not going to work out too well for him. Yeah, right back up, right back against the wall here. It's going to require quite a deep flank to get around that Vickers, especially now it's got the Vet 1 range bonus. And 8 kills, okay. They're doing alright, especially with this half-track play from Crippling Depression. Since his army a bit clumped up, so these half-tracks are doing quite a lot of damage. Oh no, is that a Stuka Barrage? Oh! Oh! Squad down. Oh, it's 1 squad down, right? Yes, definitely 1 squad down. Almost another one. He's desperately trying to reinforce it, but he's taking heavy losses. We also see the incendiary shot coming in from one of these mortar half-tracks. Now the Panzer IV going after the Centaur. Is this a second Stuka? Yes, indeed. With that nasty barrage, though, that Walking Stuka hits Vet 1. Stroop coming over now as well. Takes a shield rocket, though. Blocks its progress. Centaur needs to get out of there. As for not being micro very well by Norsk. Could quite easily have just chased this down. Centaur's pretty slow top speed. And yeah, loses the fight against medium tanks. Not as bad, like, I think it has better penetration than Flak Panzer. I think it performs better against most medium tanks than the Flak Panzer does, but Flak Panzer's a lot faster. So that's the trade-off there. And I think the Centaur gets outrun by retreating infantry, but the Flak Panzer can keep up with them. So that explains the difference in the power of their guns. But the Centaur obviously has insane anti-aircraft capabilities, whereas the Flak Panzer is not that good. Stuka Barrage coming in, he dodges to the side. Oh! It looks like he just did it lengthways there, so that dodge didn't even work out that well. Centaur could be in trouble though, taking a lot of pack fire. Gets away. Another walking Stuka Barrage. That one's not going to be on target. In fact, he's liable to wipe his allies. Unit. Whoopsie daisy. LNG grids go down. I bet you if these were a random team, these guys would be raging out at each other hard right now. Luckily they are the arranged team. There's 2. BPs, you know, not too far apart, 377 to 319, so This game has plenty of legs. We've got a second Firefly. That's going to make mincemeat out of these Axis medium tanks. And yeah, one hit the Puma. Ty's got to be careful. He's also floating a tremendous amount. He's barely got any infantry. He needs to get himself probably another 2 squads, a few Slayers. And that 6-man squad will be very useful against those mortar pits and those capping situations. Puma could go down. Looks like Firefly's perhaps trying to kill the anti-tank gun. Yeah, there it goes. Axis in big trouble here. Did he take down the sniper there? Yeah, he did. And the anti-tank gun. A lot of losses there for Crippling Depression.
Jerry has 300 points remaining.
Now he's pushing in with the mediums. Firefly's not nearby, but he did recruit the anti-tank gun. Or maybe that's survived on 2 men. Attack ground. No attack ground with the anti-tank gun, but an attack ground with the Panzer IV takes care of that. But here come the Fireflies on the rear. Pops another smoke, but there goes the Panzer IV. Gotta be careful with his Firefly now. It's taking a lot of damage. Big blows being traded. Oh, we got some Piets on the rear. This could be the end of the Stug. Has to back into the anti-tank gun's line of fire. No, Piet gets the job done. So we take a look at supplies. Rocket, right up there. 83. I mean, I know a lot of it's tied up in these mortar pits, but he's got all his tanks alive as well. So he's in a pretty good position. Needs more engineers though to repair his vast fleet of medium tanks. Crippling Depression took a lot of losses to those walking Stuka barrages. He's also lost his Centaur. Some assault artillery being called in on the fuel. A bit of a waste of munitions, obviously. Better do that during a push. And when you know your opponent's units are actually inside the sector. That barrage targeting the... Well, I'm not sure he knew that was there, but targeting the mortar pit. Rocket should probably be trying to harass this VP up here, sending a unit up there every now and then. It's got quite a lot of manpower. Still needs to build some more units. Oh, he's actually going to spend that on a glider. Okay, well, I mean, he needs more engineers. But he's gone for a glider. There goes the Puma. Not sure what he's doing with it there, honestly. Doesn't have much anti-infantry. There wasn't any tanks over there for it to shoot at. There's another walking Stuka barrage. Oh my god! These walking Stuka barrages are so nasty. 19 kills and 11. This one nearly hitting Vet 1. The other one already at Vet 2. And there is the Tiger for Norsk. Quite a lot of fuel for Crippling Depression. Maybe he's going to go for the Crocodile. He's going to save up the manpower verse. He's being hammered by these walking Stukas so hard. There's Ty floating a tremendous amount of manpower. Finally spent some of that, going for 2 Stern Pioneers and a squad of Fusiliers. Fusiliers, good idea. Stern Pioneers. I mean, maybe one more is alright to help repair your allies' tanks, but he himself doesn't have anything that's going to be taking damage. With that being said, I mean, he's got enough to put down his tech, and he's actually probably just going to go for the JT. Okay, in comes the concentrated fire operation. Oh, this looks like it's going to land right around here. Nope. Still with those shells. As soon as that first one hits Norsk, like, oh shit, I better get the hell out of here. And dodges it, kind of getting lucky, because 2 shells there could have done quite a lot of damage. He was a bit slow to retreat his team weapons there. Got off easy. Well, we've got JT on the field. It's got the engine upgrade as well, so it's going to be a bit faster. Got a Comet for crippling depression. But yeah, life's going to be a bit harder for the Allies now against the JT. JT always strong on its pocket. And this is where the Allies do need to think about trying to harass this northern VP, because JT in the centre does make life quite hard there. They can just leave the infantry in the centre using the mortar pits to bleed the Axis as they try to cap the centre, and just put harassment on this northern VP. Try to put the pressure on there. Split the armies. Make use of their more mobile medium tanks on the flanks. Sort of charges suicidally into heavy tanks in the centre. What the hell? Did he just lose 2 squads there? I'm pretty sure he did to the walking Stuka. Oh no, look at all those corpses. Also have the air raid, strafing support coming in. Fireflies better be careful against the JT. He's lost sight of them. But down there. Oh my god. I can't remember the name of the tank, I'm just going to give up. Well, those walking Stukas. Now both of them at Vet 2. Oh, he's going around the side trying to knock them out with his Comet. He's had enough. Just needs one more hit and he gets it. Down goes the walking Stuka. But this could be the end of his Comet. No, he's going to take double anti-tank grenades. So he's got engine damage. Tiger closing in to try to finish the job. Got an anti-tank gun there and support, but Tiger is going to disengage. Generally against the Brits though, you're a bit safer to try and go for those chases, because they don't have access to anti-tank grenades often. But I mean, I suppose in this case there was a tank under section there, but I'm not sure he was aware of that, because he doesn't know which squads in particular have been getting wiped by that walking Stuka. Could have quite easily been the tank under section, and then he would have been cleared to go for the chase and not worry about getting snared. I suppose he still has to worry about those Fireflies a little bit, but they had taken a lot of damage and were back being repaired. Probably could have got the killing blow. Only need one hit to finish the job there. That being said, he also had no infantry coming in support, so maybe he was playing it safe and doing the right thing, but I think I probably would have gone for the dive there. Trying to knock out that Comet. Ty's still floating a tremendous amount of manpower, but his army size is actually quite healthy now at 80. He's got 3 squads of Stern Pioneers. That is just, it's too much. Especially when you've got the repair station as well from your mechanized regiment. Just way too many repairs, and Stern Pioneers a little bit too expensive to reinforce. not that good on this map in particular because it's slightly more favoured towards long range squads. Fireflies move up. Tiger takes a big old hit, but there was a Raketin being a bit sneaky, and he's blocking his teammate there with his reinforcement half-track. I think he's going to get away though out of the range. Here comes the Crocodile. He's going to start roasting. He's to knock out that Raketin. Oh, it's doing so much damage. 2 kills already. 3 kills. But there is a Stuk on deck for Norsk. That is one of the best counters. To the Crocodile. It's got a tremendous rate of fire and good penetration. Big push by Rocket straight in the center. Should be sending perhaps some of these squads. Well, first off to cap the center would be nice, but second off over this side to put some VP pressure on the axis. Don't know how many times we're going to have to say that this game, but it was a massive error from Rocket. And there goes... No, he fires the white phosphorus round. Is this Comet going to survive? Crocodile pushing forwards. There's a pack there. He's taking a lot of damage. I think a JT shot. Yeah, he must have activated the... No, he's actually just got line of sight through there somehow. Thought he might have activated the APC shells. But I would have thought with that cliff there you wouldn't actually be able to fly through there, but apparently you can. No, Comet did go down. But the Crocodile got away. Look at this, man. These machine gun models way back here. Gunner all the way up there. That's the kind of spread you want in your machine gun. But he gets on... Well, should have probably had this on hold fire. It actually destroys his heavy cover there. Comes the walking Stuka to clean up. Slightly off target. Tiger back up to full. JT also at Vet 1 now. So now the Allies have got to be worried about the Axis pushing down the centre with their double heavy tanks and maybe taking some shots at the mortar pits, because JT with its tremendous damage can actually take down a mortar pit pretty quickly. 320 damage per hit does add up pretty quickly, even on emplacements. I mean, not if they're braced, of course, but nothing does too much to a braced emplacement. Fireflies open up on the Tiger. He's got, in fact, he's got 3 of them. Pop smoke. Looks like that's stopping the JT from firing as well, though. But the walking Stuka's just dishing it out, putting a halt to that push, immediately doing heaps of damage to all the infantry and also a little bit some of these fireflies, I'm pretty sure. So that push amounted to nothing, and this is what I was saying. Rocket needs to start thinking about going around the other side instead of through the centre, letting his mortar pits do the work in the centre, avoiding those heavy tanks in the centre while still keeping the VP pressure on.
Flash Grenadier Squad.
Oh, he's gone for a very forward base to get that forward reinforcement going. No, nice idea.
We have a mortar team available for deployment.
And forward spawning as well. Anti-tank gun feeling very bold here. Perhaps going to take out one of these mortar half-tracks. Okay, this must be a rebuilt mortar half-track.
Not let up. The enemy still has 300 points.
Still got one. Oh, he's rebuilt one of the walking Stukas as well, and that's already hit V1 after that. Probably after those shots, because, you know, they were hitting with tanks. Oh, there goes the machine gun. Once again, a push straight up the center by Rocket. Not capping the central VP, losing a tremendous amount of manpower. But hoping perhaps that these Axis tanks have rotated, opening up a chance for his Fireflies. Looks like a JT shot missed there, but one of the Fireflies goes down anyway to the Stug. Crocodile getting right up close and personal here. Getting some straight fire operation coming in as well. I'm not sure where this is exactly. Where was where the JT was before. Oh, and the Firefly's coming back in with the JT rotated. Oh, with a concentrated fire operation, get some friendly fire. Concentrating on the wrong units there, mate. And the Stugs take down the second Firefly. That went so badly wrong for Rocket. I mean, if that final shot had penetrated, probably would have been enough, but it wasn't. He's talking about unflankable map, mate. Look at this flank. There's nothing here. You don't need to fight the tanks head on there. There's still plenty of real estate on either side. It's not that Minsk pocket of old. There's still, you know, they narrowed the central channel and they opened up the sides. You don't have to play through the center anymore to win a game on Minsk pocket. Sure, having a JT in the center is very strong, but it doesn't dictate the whole game anymore. Well, that really sucked for the Allies. Look at their supply. Rocket at 59. And he's got all those, a lot of that tied up in placements as well. So his army is just about nothing. Crippling depression at 43. Not pretty much the same as well. Look at his army. 20 tank guns, a comet, 1 engineer. Whereas both the Axis just about at their supply limits. So, what's he got? He's got 3 Stugs and a Tiger. That's going to make life very, very hard for the Allies to get anything done with their armor. Got quite a lot of anti-tank guns for the Allies. So, we've got 2 for both of the players. Now they are in jeopardy of losing their VPs on the flank. Uh-oh. Stuka barrage is coming in. One squad down. Is that 3 walking Stukas? No. Felt like it was though. My god. Let's run at Vet 4 now. 2 anti-tank guns take down one of the Stugs. Doesn't really matter too much though, honestly. Looks like he's using the HE supporting fire. And takes down one of the anti-tank guns. It's not the worst ability, because even though they don't have like very good AoE, it's pretty damn cheap, and there's not that much else to spend your munitions on this commander. As I said, the side, so it's not that strong. Reinforcement half track leading the way to death. Two anti-tank guns and the Comet going straight into 2 Stugs and Tiger. That's going to be the end of that. Yep, there it goes. Two anti-tank guns there in support, but Pop Smoke's going to be able to get away. No support now for the anti-tank guns. Could be in risk of getting decrewed by his Fusilier squad. I think that looks very likely. Stuka barrage coming in. Allies now just getting hammered. That suicidal charge for the JT really didn't work out for them at all. I'm going to speed this one up because there's not too much going on here at the moment. Very slow VP drain. In fact, VP's now even. After that long lead the Allies had. Another squad down in the centre. Panzer 4 now for Norsk. Doesn't really need another Stug. Because the Allies don't have much. We need tanks. Never finished that cache. You could cancel that, get a bit more manpower back. Already got quite a lot of manpower spare though, and fuel. Tai though is at 2,000 manpower spare though. Is at supply limit. Narrowly gets away there. JT coming right forwards. Looks like he's used a flare from one of his Fusiliers. Trying to use the attack ground to finish the job on it. Let's use the vehicle crew repairs, which gives smoke. Missing those attack ground shots. Okay, I don't think he's changed targets.
Enemy action has destroyed our forward position.
JT's taking quite a bit of damage. But with 3 Stern Pioneers, that's not really an issue. Finally, something comes out this way. This Panzer 4 taking care of that machine gun in the trench that was there. There's a rocket. Has he gone hammer?
There's a crocodile ready to
He has gone hammer. And they're pretty good with fireflies, you know, it gives you that tracking ability. But I don't think I've seen them use emergency war speed at all. Which is why I wasn't sure if he'd gone for a hammer or anvil. Well, that was waste. Oh no! Oh no, he lost his IR searchlight! Definitely worthwhile going for that. Good trade, good trade. There are those mortar half tracks. So I'm hitting V3 very, very quickly, honestly, after being rebuilt. Crocodiles, 2 crocodiles lumbering forwards. Where are those Stugs at? JT doing a good job. Stug's still up here. Crocodile's getting quite a lot of kills, but taking quite a lot of damage in return. Been out of commission for a long time, requiring repairs. We have the strafing support coming in though, so we could do quite a few model kills. Oh, this could be the end of the croc. JT needs one more hit. The croc looks like it gets around the side. We've got the assault artillery coming in. Also got a Raketen around here trying to kill the mortar pit. It's going to go down to the croc. Mortar pit narrowly survives. PS4 unfortunately serious engine damage, otherwise could come in and clean this up. But could still come and clean up with his Stugs. Very late to bring his Stugs into that fight. Might as well speed this up whilst the there's not too much going on. Repairs. Here comes Panzer IV now. Let's clean up the mortar pit. Comet coming in this time from rocket instead of another Firefly.
Enemy threatening a capture point. There's a Comet tank ready to go.
Performs quite well against Panzer IV as well, the Comet. And the Axis do have trouble capping in the centre. Those mortar pits still alive, still bleeding them a lot whenever they try and cap. And there goes the Panzer IV against the Comet and the 2 anti-tank guns. Anti-tank guns here. Well, one of them gets decrewed and destroyed. They're probably not too upset about that though. Taken down. Panzer IV is probably worthwhile losing an anti-tank gun for it. But I don't know why he's retreating these squads here. Should be pushing forwards, capping that VP. VPs are stalled at the moment. Oh god. They really need to fix the scatter on the incendiary rockets, man. That's insane. I suppose maybe if they did it might be OP though, I don't know. Maybe if they fixed it and then made it share the cooldown. When did they cap this? I wasn't paying attention. Looks like the Centaur saw off that squad anyway. Allies have rebuilt a bit of their army, you know. Rocket at 80, Crippling Depression 64. It's not being dwarfed by the Axis anymore. Oh, there goes one of the mortar pits. Finally gets the job done. And the second one is in a bit further away position. Not. Scatter's going to be quite far. In fact, I haven't been paying attention where they're actually. Must be ranging this, right? VP's draining down. Man, this is very slow. Axis really just sitting around, not up to much here. Allowing the Allies to, you know, rebuild the army, get themselves back in the game. Should be putting the killing blows on here, especially with your Fusiliers. You know, they have permanent sprint. Makes them very good at capping the map. Oh no, he's taking engine damage. Was he sitting on top of a mine there? That's probably going to be the end of the Crocodile. Tiger also ran over a mine. Slugging out against the Crocodile though. Crocodile's main gun's not that powerful. Doesn't do much damage. Doesn't have very good penetration either. And the Vet 3 Strugger's there. That's probably going to be the end of both of those tanks. Here's the target weak point. And there goes that, and there goes that. And there goes that. This time he did use the APC-BC shells. The concentrate fire operation did quite a lot of damage there, but overall just horrible play by the Allies. Should not be running in those situations, either of them. Bringing in the planes to try and finish the job on the Tiger. He pops smoke, covering his tracks. Getting looking dangerous. Planes get the job done there, I think. Just as the Raketen gets decruised. And it looks like the Pioneers also got shredded by the planes. So that was a very powerful strafing support for Rocket. Quite a lot of damage down there. So the Axis should be just charging forwards, capping up the map easily. See, they've got a lot of stuff just sitting around.
Regiment advises infantry ready to utilize strike tactics.
One of the Strokes goes down to the double anti-tank guns. He's just trying to kill them with anti-tank gunfire. So it got torched. This is yeah, this game's over. putting up a 17-pounder. 17-pounder. It's outranged by the Jagdtiger though.
Emplacement under attack.
Actually gets destroyed before it's even put up because the searchlight spots it. 17-pounder, very vulnerable to walking Stuka fire as well. Has a massive hitbox, so you can just get slammed by walking Stuka rockets lengthways. But yeah, it gets outranged by the JT as well. I think by 5 range, so the JT can take shots at it from long range as well. And another. I'm not sure what he hoped to achieve there, really.
The enemy have knocked out a comet tank.
So that's pretty much it for this game. Where the Allies really went wrong is Rocket just complete tunnel vision, trying to shoot tanks, heavy tanks in the middle of the map where this flank did not get touched for probably half an hour. Just didn't do anything over here for the second half of the game. Really just mindless play from him. What you really have to do, I mean, it is very tough, I'm not going to lie, it's very tough to beat Jagdtiger or Elephant in the centre of this map. But what you have to do is you have to try play on the sides a bit more, use your indirect fire to prevent the cap in the centre, bleed their manpower a lot, then try bait them onto the sides where you have mines set up, where you can ambush their tanks, use your higher manoeuvrability, and pick them off that way, make it so the heavy tanks, especially the Jagdtiger, is not such a factor in the game. Make it more of a liability. You're not occupying too much population instead of an asset. Well, I'll wrap on that, guys. If you like your game to be cast by me, details in the video description below. Otherwise, I'll catch you all for the next thrilling installment. Goodbye and good luck.